Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 10 of the season here at Champs-Elysees. We can't believe we're saying this. We are there. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the regular season. Hard enough to believe. It's going to get down right to it. 2 more races after this for the International Tour. And then, of course, we get going with the throwback race and all things come around for the when we head back to the States. So let's get it down to your starting lineup. For the first time in quite some time on the pole, Scott Roush in car number 16 at Roush Yates Engines Ford. Next to him, Cody Lamas. Third, Alex Drayton. Fourth, Jessica Sheldon. Fifth, John Arndt. Sixth, Aaron Douglas. Seventh, Zachary Fitzwater. Eighth, Trent Dunham. Ninth is Phil Parker playing top 10. Angel Navarro. That's your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. And as we seen when we were looking at the tests, and this race is going to be pretty crazy, man. I can't wait. This is going to be a lot of fun going for this race. Of course, strategy will be in a play, so we'll see what will happen. On the final row, we have Dylan Pote and Sky Common. So, actually, we're going to keep it over into here just to make it easier, because I know over here, for those brand new, you can't really see past this section of the grandstands, but the racing will make up for it. So anyways, points coming into this race, they are as follows. As I had in the wrong area there. Cole Deaver has the points lead by 36 points over Alex Ferranti. Then Clint Spillman is third. Brian James fourth. Kyle Mathews, he has got 2 wins in a row. He's looking for 3. He is 5th in points. Trent Dunham is in 6th. Cody Lamas 7th. Keith Batson 8th. Quentin Moore 9th. John Arndt completing the top 10 in the points. Biggest gainers, definitely for sure Kyle Mathews, he gained 10. Biggest loser of all that definitely had to have been Benjamin Miles. Him and Oskin both fell apart badly last week. They finished in the bottom 2, so they're looking for some major redemption. Let's go down track to get the command to fire the engines here at Champs-Elysees in France.
Drivers, start your engines!
And apologize for the people that are watching this here for this race. My throat is kind of a bit scratchy. Not too bad. Trust me, I don't have what I think you may have again. But everything's all good. No worries. And one car not get started. That was Zachary Fitzwater in car number 7. And that is a big blow for a good qualifying effort for that team. And they are not going to get going. So we're going to stick to the helicopter angle, and then we'll go and turn TV2 right now. So the pace trucks are going to make a dive down the pit road. Scott Roush, Cody Lamas, the front row for today's race. So Roush with that pole will be a part of the Budweiser Shootout next season, so that's good news for him. Not a good start to the season for him, but a pole will definitely help here at a track like this. So green flag is out, and we're underway here in France. Let's roll. And, of course, being green for the Wofi 400. And look at Drayton make a dive bomb, looking for the lead, 3 wide. And Drayton, well, Roush had 5 seconds of fame, and it's out the door. Tell you what, 3 of those drivers in the top 5 right now who have not been having some great starts to the season, getting qualifying efforts where they are needed the most, and here they are. We have to quickly mention about a driver that can make very big history today if everything goes according to plan, and that is Kyle Mathews 09. If you've noticed, you've been watching the last couple of races here, he has won the last 2 Universal Orlando Cup Series races. Now, the last driver to do that was Kris Wascher in the 35. He won at Armory Digital and then Las Vegas. Those were races 13 and 14 at that point. Mathews, of course, he won races 8 and 9. Trying to see if he can win race number 10. Right now, he's in a bit of a 3-wide sandwich with Salmon Oskin and Allison Brain. Now he's going to get back onto Salmon Oskin, the 63. Right now, he's just trying to deal with a lot of the traffic right here. And this is where a lot of the passes are probably going to get done early on because of all the tire wear it's going to be used. And then you're going to see a lot of single file that's going to come on by with these drivers. And you see Mathews here in that 09 trying to see who he's going to pass. He sees Jeffrey Finguy in the 92 in that Nintendo Ford. All over the back bumper there is that Hooters Chevrolet on that Nintendo Ford there. Trying to make a move right there is Mathews, and he's going to be in that preferred line right here. And if you watched the Xfinity race yesterday, that was a very wild, entertaining finish altogether. You saw Vince Friese trying to pull a win, coming around this corner right over here, but he made a slip off this move right here, and unfortunately paid the price and was not able to get the win. So Mathews, though, he's got a lot of ground to make up, though, but anything is possible. Alex Drayton, car number 14, who last season just absolutely fell apart, and this season has been no better. Scott Roush, who made his return this season, definitely did not have a good start. He started off actually pretty good with the duels by winning Duel 2, and since then he has just not been having the arc of redemption like any other driver would. But right now, though, that qualifying effort definitely is paying off for that 60 team. And Jessica Shelton, that 0-2, has been on the same side as well. Just everything's just been falling apart for that team. They have just, last season, absolutely just self-destructed. And this season, at least having a little bit of a better momentum, but still kind of that bit of the same story. So Shelton, though, trying to get something done, though. John Art, Phil Parker. Remember, Art, a part of that satellite team for Meyer Racing Toyota right there, and Parker part of that team there. And James Qualls getting around Aaron Douglas there. And now Jesse Turner in the 78 trying to do the same. He got around Trent Dunham earlier, and he's trying to work on Douglas in the 36 there. That PPG Paints Mercedes there starting to work his way up through the field. Now, that window we're going to see pit stops are going to come on by is going to be lap 12 around that area. It looks like Navarro's going to pick off Trent Dunham there for position. We'll get it. Dunham definitely slipping back there in that one car. Mathews, you just seen just getting around Ramey and Fisher there in that 11. Trying to get back on the Jeffrey Finguy in the 92. And, gave him a little bit of a bump right there. Getting a little bit of some road course racing move right there. And, Finguy definitely slipped off that corner. He's going to definitely lose that spot unless Finguy gets a good run right here, which that's definitely not going to be the case. Mathews is going to get that extra bit of tire groove right there and going to get that spot. Nice move by the Hoosier Chevrolet. He did a good old classic road course bump and run, but this is where Finguy is going to get that preferred groove. And Mathews will have to tuck back in line unless he can get something done here. And if I were him, I would just tuck back in line, and that's what he's going to do right here. So for those in the record books wondering how many spots Mathews have gained within the last two races, you notice he gained 10 spots the last race. He gained 8 spots the race before. So 18 spots in 2 races that 09 team has gained alone just within those wins. And they have been outstanding during that time. And Scott Roush has closed the gap on Alex Drayton a little bit, but he's going to falter with that move right there. And you can see, like, this portion of the track right here, you want to be on that left side. So that's where you're going to see drivers trying to make a move right there. Drayton's going to slip it a bit there. Ooh, here's some contact. And around goes Sam Oskin in the 60, or not Sam Oskin, I'm sorry, that's Benjamin Miles in the 62. Oh, my bad, I made a mistake on who that was. He is losing a lot of ground there. And Batson involved, smoking. Dylan Potey. Fitzwater back out on the course. McIntyre, there he is in the 99. What happened to them? Hello, Batson, he is smoking. He is going to be done for the day. Fitzwater did get himself back on the lead lap, so he'll at least gain a spot right there. Tough break for Benjamin Miles, not what he needed altogether. Man, Sam and Oskin, though, in that 63 definitely slipped back a bit there and loses spots to Kev Shear, RJ Bishop, Brett Pritchard, Allison Rain, and Ramey and Fisher. See if Mathews going to get around Finguy this time. This should definitely be that Hooter Chevrolet's preferred area groove right here. He's definitely got an extra bit of momentum. Yep, and he thought he had it, but this is always a trouble spot right here because you can see what Mathews is doing, and then this is where Finguy is going to get that run coming off the corner. You can tell that 09's got a really good car, but Finguy knows these road courses very well, though. James Qualls there in that 70 starting to slip back in that car, and now Dunham trying to get back one of those spots he lost there. Now Brian James, James Ellison, they are both on the attack on that 70 car. Literally just, they're ganging upon that Castrol GTX Chevrolet. Qualls definitely been in the rough stretch there in that 70 machine. However, they do have the second half of the season coming up, and I guarantee a win would really help this team's morality for sure. And they're definitely feeling a little bit of that championship hangover there. And once again, oh man, Qualls definitely made a huge mistake off that corner, and that's going to allow Finguy and Mathews to come around there. In the meantime, see if we can work our way back up to the front of the field. Roush going to try again on that left side. He's just, man, he just can't seem to get around that 14 of Drayton. Roush Yates Mustang there. They know they got a good hot rod there, but they're trying to think, what can we do to get around that 14 to make that pass work, and just can't seem to do it. Jesse Turner there, that 78's been charging up to the front. He's up to 5th right now. Got around both the cars related to My Racing Toyota in some type of way, and JT Bryant. Zach Flickinger there working on Quentin Moore for 24th. He got it. And now Yepes trying to hold off Joshua Osborne, who got around Cole Deaver just earlier. Now Finguy's getting the sigh of relief now that the 09's not on his tail anymore, so that's at least a good sign for the time being. We'll ride on board with Scott Roush right now, actually. Just see his view, what he's got right here. So let's see how he's going to do come off this corner. For those wondering also, too, how the track looks like here, and you can see this is a very different version, kind of like Dubai. They do have some very big similarities. The track layout is just about the same. However, you can notice is that there's a lot of elevation changes just after this bit of the corner right here. And here comes Roush looking for the lead. Side by side with Alex Drayton looking around there. And see, Roush is going to get a little bit of a run right here coming off this corner, but this is where Drayton's going to get that preferred groove. And this is where elevation is really going to change right here. This is always a very tricky spot right here because this track is slick right there. And you see Drayton just about side by side right there with that 60 machine. And then this part here, very tricky spot altogether. Man, they're literally still side by side coming around here. Now this part here, take that turn wrong, you definitely can go off into the sand, into the wall. And these two are still side by side. They're having some great racing out here. And then this is where you seen earlier, they get the uphill right here. Take a big right-hander, and ooh, Drayton gave a little bit of a bump to Scott Roush. Oh, John Art, whoa, he definitely did not take that corner well. And Roush going to try yet again on the inside. I think this is where he's going to get it right here. Oh, he had to brake a little hard right there. And Drayton takes a slip. He's going to hold on. They're still balanced side by side. And Roush finally will retake the lead. He definitely lost. New leader, Scott Roush. You see Cody Lamas right there trying to make a move. Couldn't work. And Turner, once again, now picking apart Jessica Sheldon for 4th. Going after the Coca-Cola Thunder Chevrolet there for S3 Motorsports. They're actually having an okay day there. Sheldon up in the top 10. Elson at a point was earlier in the top 10, but hanging around the top 15. And Kyle Mathews up in there as well. Seth Cole's the only one in the MIA situation. We'll take a look at his situation in a minute, but Turner, that's 78. He is flying through the field. No surprise. He's got the fast lap with a 1:17.545. I don't know what they put in that PPG Paints Mercedes there, but that car is flying through the course. Let's see if we can find some others there. There's Seth Colton at 07, right now 30th on the course. He has just not been having a good run altogether. Ooh, Zach Flicker just seemed kind of going a little off in the distance there. Qualls at least is not having to experience more of that free fall. And Mathews right now 17th. He's been gaining a little bit of ground, but still can't find a way to get around that 92. And we're getting closer to that window when these drivers are going to come down pit road. Douglas right now currently in that pivotal 10th position. Trent Dunham just outside of it in 11th. Ellison in 13th. He was losing some spots earlier, but he's at least trying to get back on the attack. Now trying to work on Brian James, looking to the inside for 12th. And this is what you got to do. You got to go the inside, got to make your move quick, and then try to make sure you stay with these leaders right here that are still side by side. Try to do what they can. Now Fisher working on James Qualls for position. That's going to bring Finguy and Kyle Mathews into the fray in the battle there. Let's see if anyone comes down pit road yet. As Navarro working on JT Bryan, who's going to get that spot there. And Shelton working on Cody Lamas. And Turner's up to third. Guys, you may want to watch out. That PB James Mercedes is flying through the course. Now Drayton looking at the inside once again. Man, whatever they put in Turner's car, that car's flying through the course, man. That thing is shredding, man. Drayton going to try once again to retake the lead. Still side by side, coming into that right-hander. I think this is where Roush is going to get that preferred line right here. And he's going to get it right there. Still about a quarter panel away to clear, but I think this is where the turn's going to really matter. Here comes Turner looking for second. Here comes Jesse Turner. Roush trying to clear. We'll clear finally. And Drayton knows too, man. That 78's just starting to come around there. Turner already has a first career win already last season back at Zandjoltis, driving that Affleck car, and now under the PPG pace. This is actually, I think, his second race he's used that scheme. And look at this, the leaders all coming down pit road. Who stays out? Angel Navarro in the 42 will do so. Allison Rain in the 66, RJ Bishop in the 98. Other than that, that is it. Would not be surprised Dylan Pote comes down. Yes, he is. McIntyre, who's been struggling today, not been his day at all. And same for Fitzwater, who missed out on the opening lap. Navarro will lead the first lap of her day. We're going to keep an eye on this pit road battle here because this should be really interesting to see what's going to happen between Scott Roush, Jesse Turner, and Alex Drayton there. There's Turner out and away. Oh, not going to beat out Drayton, but Drayton trying to beat out Scott Roush. Look at this doing the pit road maneuver, and it's going to work. McIntyre's actually going to stay out, and Roush will lose a spot to Jesse Turner. Cody definitely fell apart on pit stops. Goodness me. Same for Aaron Douglas in the 36. Mathews actually had a really good pit stop there. They'll definitely have to pit one more time. And Drayton trying to get around McIntyre, which I thought for a second McIntyre was out of gas, but... Whoa, Turner, look out. That car was fishtailing a bit to the right. Yeah, I think McIntyre knows he's definitely going to come down pit road. I think he may have something wrong there. Doesn't say anything on here, but... I mean, as we're looking at this point... they're saying Sheldon's got some tire wheel damage there on that 02 machine. I wonder why it looked like she was having an issue there. Is Navarro definitely going to get past for that lead there, and Shelton flying right by the 99. So that lead will cycle back over to Alex Drayton in the 14, Jesse Turner in the second, Scott Roush in the third, Jessica Shelton in the fourth. And McIntyre still staying out once again. He's actually a lap down in 41st position, holding up Phil Parker and Angel Navarro. Batson the only one out of the race in that 39 car with a header issue. Fitzwater basically trying to hold on for a lead lap there. And look at Bryant trying to get around McIntyre and Navarro at the same time. But not going to be enough. A great effort, though, by that FedEx Navy Blue Toyota there. I have no idea what's wrong with McIntyre. He definitely has some major issues on that Sitco Ford. Mathews looking underneath RJ Bishop for position. He's trying to do it in the nick of time before catching up to that slow car of McIntyre, because you can see he's holding up John Art there in that 0-5. Definitely keeping with him this, making sure, because we may see some history today. And Mathews taking full advantage there, trying to catch up there to Trent Dunham, and will do so right in the nick of time. Mathews made a really good power move getting around that Baja Blast Mercedes there, and now he's trying to work on Trent Dunham in the 1. Oh, he definitely did not take that corner well. That's what you call being a little over-aggressive. Alex Drayton, though, continuing to lead. We're getting closer to that 10 to go mark, and Turner slowly been able to reel in that 14 there just by a bit. They're saying Fitzwater did come down earlier, so top 3 literally nose to tail. Trying to break a bit of a winless streak is the top 3. Turner's isn't as bad. It's only been 10 races, so I don't think it's really going to be too bad. But Drayton and Roush definitely trying to break a big one for sure. Jessica Sheldon, the same for her as well. So really good odds if you're seeing drivers trying to break winless streaks. And then you got Phil Parker's definitely in good hands there. And let's see where everything is cycling out now that everyone's come down pit road now. Sam Fisher is right now currently in the 10th position, that Dex Imaging Chevrolet there. See Brian James making an opportunity trying to pass there. Kyle Mathews working on Trent Dunham for 11th. And he was literally door banging that Crash Bandicoot Chevrolet there. And watch out, folks. That Hooter Chevrolet, he's wanting to see if we can make history here today in the Universal Orlando Cup Series. He's got a good Hooter Chevrolet there, folks. I am telling you, we may see it done. And I'll tell you what, if he can get it in 3 road course races, that will be amazing. You can see he's got a really good car. Clint Spillman right now has got the fastest lap with a 1:17.373. Shattered Jesse Turner's lap. Goodness me. Spillman, though, the bad news for him, he's nowhere in the top 20. He's actually 22nd. See if we can find him real quick. There he is. He's been trying to reel in Cole Deaver and Jeffrey Finguy there. Definitely gained some ground right there for sure. Finguy definitely did not make that corner well. Whatever happened to that Nintendo Ford, it is definitely falling apart for sure. Now RJ Bishop working on Trent Dunham in the 1. And Mathews has got his sights set on Ramian Fisher in the 11 to try to get into the top 10. In the meantime, though, Jesse Turner's lost second place to Scott Roush, who's reeling in that 14 of Alex Drayton. Top 4 looking like the cars that are the best suitable chance trying to get a win. 5th right now is Phil Parker. 6th is JT Bryan, who's literally dealing with Cody Lamas all over his back bumper. You gotta remember, with Cody Lamas, him and Clint Spillman tied all time for most wins in the Universal Orlando Cup Series. Could we see it being broken this season? I mean, there's been a couple of teases by Cody Lamas and Clint Spillman both, but... Oh! It's Brian James that went around! John Hart is the one that gets into him! Around goes the Wegmans Toyota there, and John Hart was the one that got into him. Tough break for Brian James, and he will surrender his spot coming down pit road. And John Hart just got passed right there, and look who's now in the top 10. Kyle Mathews in the 09. Fisher got also involved, getting some left side damage. John Hart some right side damage on that Zaxby's Toyota there. So Mathews may go as far as 8th place for everything that's concerned. Bishop now in the top 10 as of what we speak. What a day for that Baja Blast Mercedes, who kind of been having a bad of a season so far. And he's trying to find a couple races to rebound himself, to get himself back into that groove. And this could definitely do it. Now Mathews once again going to try to get around Ramey and Fisher in that preferred line. And he should get it when we definitely head into this right-hander for sure. I know we've been focusing a lot on Kyle, but this is history in the making we could see in the series. Now, when we were testing here, there were drivers that were actually staying out and actually even coming down around this lap. So, I mean, anything could really happen at this point in time. Fisher not really wanting to give up his spot there to that 0-9. Wow, about literally doored him. Fisher just not getting enough speed. They've just been battling a little too long, and now Mathews finally passing that 11. Brian James back out on the course is that 94. A lap down in the 38th spot, and now Mathews trying to see if he can get around him in the nick of time. Oh, he's not going to do it. He's going to get held up right there, and I think for history, that may be it for the 0-9 team. So he just got passed by 3 cars. Ooh, and he almost wrecked himself. Look at Aaron Douglas being aggressive. Oh, Brian definitely not making friends today. Especially out of Kyle Mathews, out of all people there. That's the last he wanted to deal with there. So Fisher, RJ Bishop, Trent Dunham, and Aaron Douglas all passed him. And, well, I guess you could say that history there is gone. Cody Lamas there is actually reeling in Phil Parker in the 15, trying to get into the top 5, just outside of that battle. And Scott Roush back within that back bumper of that Home Depot Chevrolet. Look at Roush in that 60. He's right there within Alex Ream, but just, again, it's the same situation right before that cycle of pit stops came around again. What do I got to do? Drayton knows how to win. I mean, ever since that rookie year, he has not been to victory lane since. A 3-time winner during that course. Hit the sophomore slump, and then the third year also has hit the slump again too, but he needed that good qualifying run in that Home Depot Chevrolet, and today, looking like the rookie year himself again, so. Catching up to Levi McIntyre in the 99, so this should be interesting to see how the leaders are going to play this strategy. Keep in mind also, too, less than 10 laps to go here in the Wofi 400. Top 4 literally nose to tail, right within one another. Ooh, Sheldon slid off the course a little bit there. And now Mathews trying to work on the attack, trying to get around some of these drivers he lost there from earlier. Seen Bishop and Dunham has gotten around Ramey and Fisher. Mathews now trying to work on Aaron Douglas, trying to get himself back into the top 10. That 0-9's not too happy about how he lost all those spots. And how about Zach Flickinger's now jumped up here? Look at this in the top 15. What a day for that Exalta Dodge. Oh, man, Ellysses, Deaver, and Spillman 3 wide. That 24 now is kind of awoken a dragon in his system. And now the John Deere Chevrolet coming here. I've never even seen 3 wide come here before, so this is going to be interesting here. Wow. That 24 literally fishtail, and he's still within the battle. Look at Kev going 4 wide trying to get out of here, and he almost made the opportunity happen there. That would have been risky, but wow. I would have been amazed if Kev actually tried to make that forward work, but I think he would have went into couple people's quarter panels there, but man, these guys are racing crazy for a road course here. Spillman making some progress work, passing a couple cars there on one turn there. John R. definitely has fallen apart there in that 0-5, and that damage has been affecting that Toyota. I guarantee you, if that car comes down pit road, don't be surprised if they try to fix some of that damage there. And now Mathews working on Fisher for 9th. Or actually, this is for 10th again. Fisher tried to get around him, and now he's definitely like, all right, you need to move. Thank you. He just can't get around that 11. That's just the one car that's been his kryptonite today. Jessica Sheldon there kind of lost a little bit of ground on the leaders. Now has regained it again due to Levi McIntyre in the 99. So now, top 4 coming down pit road. Rest of the leaders are on down. And what's staying out? RJ Bishop's going to stay out. I think Mathews knows he's not going to make history today, so he's going to surrender that opportunity. Allison Rain going to stay out. Let's see if anyone else is going to stay out there. Angel Navarro in the 42. That's not really a surprise. Brian James also not really surprised with him. He got involved in the wrecks and everything, so. So now RJ Bishop, Allison Rain, Zachary Fitzwater's just been having a rough day altogether. Angel Navarro all staying out. As to Brian James, Benjamin Miles also staying out. And look at Turner getting around Alex Drayton. Finally, he's made it work. Scott Roush with a very poor pit stop. And look at this. Matthews got around Dunham on the pit stop. Maybe may get JT Bryant. We'll see. Roush, I don't know what happened on that 60 teams pit stop, but it just did not go his way. And now Sheldon trying to work on Alex Drayton. Here comes Sheldon for position. Oh, that 14 was having a good day, and the pit stops have really ruined that team right there. Sheldon, clean pass, gets around that 14, and now she will do whatever she can to hunt that 78 down. They will definitely be in the catbird seat. Bishop and Rain coming down pit road, as well as Poteet. Fitzwater going to stay out. That will get him back on the lead lap. Navarro also going to stay out in the 42. They're going to try to risk it. Miles coming down. So now Turner will have his sights set on Angel Navarro in the 42 to try to take back the lead. Actually, take the lead for the first time today, rather. That machine has been absolutely amazing. And they haven't even looked back. Matthews actually lost a spot to Zach Flickinger there in the 96. That's another car that's been amazing there. And the problem with these guys is they're going to catch up to Brian James, and Turner knows he's got to be very, very patient. Sees the opening, and here he goes to the inside. That may have been all she wrote right there. Shelton will get around the 94 as well. Drayton sideways there a little bit, but we'll get around the 94 as well. Phil Parker, great pit stop on that 15 there. Roush definitely got caught napping there. And Brian all over the back bumper of RJ Bishop in that 98. Got to be smooth there. That's what you got to do. Navarro going to stay out. She's trying to risk it. But can she? Oh, actually, she's on the tail end, so saying RJ Bishop's the leader. Wait a second. The 98's the leader? Oh, now it's Jesse Turner. Oh, I thought she was on the lead lap there, but now she is on the tail end. But Turner regaining the lead. Now Parker having many issues with Brian James in the 94. Oh, just completely bombarding the 15. That's allowing Roush to catch up to him there. Finally will break free, and Roush with full head of steam and momentum, is catching that 15 car. Brian got around R.J. Bishop for a spot, and Mathews, I think that's going to be it for looking for history. I guarantee you he's going to be happy he's a part of that historic run there where he had 2 in a row in the International Tour. And that Hooters Chevrolet, I guarantee you, they get a top 10 even. I think they will still be very, very happy with the results. So I don't think they definitely were the same car as they were before. But he hopes maybe the 94 can pull a bit of a stretch there to where he can get around at least a car or two more. Man, that 96 is just flying there. Because that 09 has definitely lost some power. Cody Lamas also has reeled in Scott Roush there with 3 laps to go. Top 3, literally nose to tail. Turner, Shelton, and Drayton going to be the ones battling for this win. Phil Parker definitely has lost way too much ground on those leaders. And now JT Bryant. Oh, just got around Brian James in the nick of time. But Bishop, full head of steam. Zach Flickinger just got out of the way in the nick of time. Well, that was not what Mathews needed at all. He needed some insurance there, and that's not going to be the case. I think Mathews went for a 2-tire call there. But, as you can see, definitely not working to his favor. And especially now that he got held up, too. So that's really not going to help. 0 for 2 with lap traffic, and Trent Dunham just got around him. Mathews has just not been happy with Brian James. He shoved him out of the way there. Definitely showing some displeasure right there. But, well, a good effort altogether. But back with the leaders. And they may approach Levi McIntyre once more when we come at the stripe. 2 laps to go. Between the top 3, they have literally been absolutely amazing here all day long. And Turner's been the most quiet of the entire 4 that were up in the battle in the front of the field. He had a strong car. You could see right there, second fastest lap of the day. And here they are leading. Drayton's starting to fade a little bit in that Home Depot Chevrolet. Ooh, Shelton is all over the back bumper. Gives him a shot. Here comes Jessica Shelton for the lead. Bump and run. When do you see that on a road course? You can see that Coca-Cola Thunder's trying to do whatever she can to get that win. That's been ever eluding that 0-2 team. Still side by side. You can tell Turner's got the better car, but Sheldon's trying to do whatever she can to fight there. I mean, look at Turner's even got more run on the outside line. Trying to do what he can there. I don't know, man. McIntyre's going to be an issue. I hope not, but we've seen some stranger things in the past, though. Sheldon trying to get the pass. She's trying, and she's cleared. Navarro down pit road. White flag. Final lap there at Champs-Élysées for Jessica Sheldon, Jesse Turner, and Alex Drayton. All right within one another. Turner giving her a shot now. I don't think they will encounter Levi McIntyre. I think he's just too far ahead to be an issue. I don't know, man. This will be very, very close. But Shelton, she's had a lot of PTSD before with the lap cars there. And just hoping that McIntyre will not be a hindrance. Trying to break a big, big winless streak that really has haunted her from last season. Her last win came 2 seasons ago. She made history at that time, winning the Daytona 500 and has not won since. This is going to be very close, though. Turner. She got bump and runned him. And you could see it's just not enough time. What an effort by Jessica Shelton. Checker flag is in the air. Jessica Shelton is going to be a winner at Champs-Élysées for the Wolfie 400. And now has approached the 99. Wow. Unbelievable for Jessica Shelton, the Coca-Cola Thunder Chevrolet. a first win under that ride. And of course, a big winless streak has been snapped today by Jessica Shelton. S3 Motorsports technically has won 3 races in a row. And out of all the people, I don't think many people expected Jessica Shelton, but she definitely has proved the girls can definitely have it as well. Wow, what a day altogether. Jessica Shelton victorious today here at Champs-Elysees. Jesse Turner second. Alex Drayton third. Phil Parker fourth. Scott Roush will come away with a top 5. A solid day for the 60 team. A lot of drivers in the bottom of the standings getting some well-needed runs. That's great to see there. Cody Lamas in 6th. JT Bryan in 7th. RJ Bishop, he needed that run as well. He finished 8th. Zach Flickinger 9th. Trent Dunham 10th. Kyle Mathews, he will come away in the 11th position. Tried to make an historic run for 3 in a row, but kind of faded after that last pit stop there. So we'll first show you the results of the race. Here they are, as you can see. 38 cars on the lead lap, 41 altogether. Rough days for Angel Navarro, Brian James, and Levi McIntyre. So let's take a look real quick, as now the race is official. What happened to Keith Batson and the other wrecks taking play here at Champs-Elysees. And here's a look at what happened to Keith Batson in the 39. Nathan Hudson was trying to battle him for position. Let's see here, just in the rear of the field, and this probably has to be one of the strangest wrecks I've ever seen. So we'll go helicopter here. Hudson just gets into that quarter panel of the 39. Now watch the speed of McIntyre. Literally just hits the wall and about comes to a dead stop right here. Then gets back on the gas. And then McIntyre just nowhere to go. Just, gets into the 39. You could see why he was off the pace. Just that whole right side just completely bombarded there on the Sicko Ford. Somehow, I believe that was Alex Ferranti. Yeah, that was. Gets around that mess. I don't know how, but got extremely lucky out of all that there. So we've seen that mess. Let's just take a look real quick with, while we're here, Benjamin Miles in the 62, who definitely went for a ride in the sand. And Finn Guy just came in a little too hot there. You see the 62 starting to check up there. Oh yeah, Finn Guy's just carrying way too much speed. Just gave him enough of a bump there. Nothing to really affect the 92, which you've seen right there, but more of like a shunt, I guess you could say. And just way too much speed, and then round he goes. So that was what happened with those incidents there. Let's see if we can find that really big incident that took place there. Well, Brian James definitely not going to be happy with John Art in the 05. And you see just got a little bit of an extra run there. Thought he was clear of John Art, and just they both just go to that inside wall right there. And then right there, Brian just gets impact right there. John Art, nowhere to go, spins out right there. Watch Fisher in the 11, trying to avoid the mess. And Art technically is sliding right there. And I mean, right there, it saves the 05 from spinning out, but literally gives both cars damage there. And I thought Fisher was going to get way more affected at all this, but they repaired it enough to where that car was actually still continuing at a very decent pace. So that's what happened to Brian James. Definitely not what he expected altogether. And rough day altogether for those drivers right there, as aforementioned. And Angel Navarro there in that 42. Let's see what happened to her real quick. I'm just pretty sure. Oh, she came in 7th place and then came down here. Something happened there? Oh, that car lost power. Oh, it's stuck in 3rd gear. Wow. Oh, she had that issue. Now watch carefully. Listen to the car when this happens. This is very weird. Right there, just loses all that power. Yeah, something misfired on the inside, you can tell. Because when you can hear it with the 42, that car's not going. That's definitely a misfire for sure on the inside. And that 42 just wasn't able to get going. Wow, McIntyre almost just put James Qualls in the wall. You just seen that there. And tough blow for Angel Navarro. That is a huge blow there. That just did not expect that at all there. So let's look at all the incidents. Let's just take it back to the end. So if you just joined back, Jessica Shellen, as mentioned, winner. Big winless streak snapped today, and first winner of that Coca-Cola Thunder scheme there. We already mentioned her top 10 that was on by. And again, 38 cars finished on the lead, lap 41 out of the race. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. That is it for Champs-Élysées here in France. We're getting a little closer to the States, and we are past the halfway point of the regular season. Next week, we'll head over to Ireland. So we travel from France to the land of the potatoes and Irishmen and everything. Until then, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. Time to go dirt racing next week for dirt road course race. Until then, goodbye, everybody. Here come the points in the video like always.